Reason number 2 why I believe God is going to turn my mother's story into a Netflix movie. First of all, shout out to the skin. The skin is skinning, okay? I have had so much issues with my skin ever since my mom died. Grief will break your skin out. For me, I don't get pimples. Well, I didn't get pimples while I was grieving, but I would get, like, you can see right there, like white spots, but it was all over my face. Okay, focus. Backtrack. Second reason why I think God is going to use my mother's story as a Netflix movie. And when I'm saying this as a Netflix movie, I'm meaning in the sense of her story is going to train somebody else to realize the signs before it's too late, before you actually end up like her. And if you're not aware, she's not here anymore. She passed away. Over time, I'm going to tell you guys how she passed away because it was bad. And what everybody thought is not actually what happened. Okay? So reason number 2, my mother dies April 3rd, 2023. We're in 2024. Tomorrow's about to be 2025, right? She dies April 3rd, 2023. I didn't find out until April 4th, 2023. Nobody called me. Nobody came to my house. Nobody said, hey, girl, come to the hospital. Nothing. I was going off of what? Intuition. And I woke up that morning and I had a dream that my mother was texting me from heaven. So I text my auntie and I said, Auntie, have you heard from mommy? Because I'm calling mommy. Mommy's not answering the phone. Mommy is not answering the phone. Have you heard from mommy? And she's like, no, I haven't heard from her. And if anything, everybody in the world knows that you are your mother's princess. She's always going to tell you something before she tells the rest of us. And I said, I got it. I understand. But she's not answering the phone. And it's been a couple of hours. And I'm worried now. And I didn't like what I saw in my dream. There's no reason why my mother should be texting me from heaven. No reason why. I didn't tell her that part, but I was thinking it in my head. And I remember that day I had my period. We'll get back to how I found out that she died because nobody texted me. Nobody called me. Typically, protocol is a phone call or cops are supposed to show up at your house to give you the bad news. Nobody called me and said shit. Okay, so we're going to fast track. Fast track means forward, right? So now I actually know that my mom passed away. My stepfather's in the hospital, which is the man that she's married to. His kids are not there. So I'm like, what's going on? Right? The nurse there, she's like, hey girl, do you know what happened? And I'm like, and she's like, I cannot tell you what happened, but I can tell you that it was big. And I said, I understand, right? So, fast track again, right? You guys just gonna have to keep up. So we're fast tracking. So now he's in the hospital. Both his legs are broken. His back is broken. He has some blood clots. I'm a nurse, of course, because you guys see me all the time talking about being a nurse. Past history of me, I'm an ICU nurse. I've done med surg. I've done pre-op PACU. I've done so many I've been a nurse for like 7 years civilian, and then military I did 4 years as a medic. So I know, so homeboy is now awake in the hospital because he was intubated, asleep. He's now awake. And I'm standing outside the room with the nurse, and I said, I'm going to go tell him what happened. And she's like, okay. And I said, why did you shrug like that and give me like their sarcastic answer? She's like, go tell him what happened and then come back out to me. And I remember it was a pretty white girl. Okay. And she knew I was a nurse because when I went in, I switched out his propofol bottle. I was like, oh, it's empty. You know instincts when you're a nurse, you're an ICU nurse. I switched out his propofol bottle and I reset the pump. And she was like, you a nurse? And I said, yeah, I'm sorry. It was just instinct. And then he started coughing when he was intubated. He started coughing, so I go in and I suction him. And she's like, girl, you were not on your shift. And I said, I'm so sorry. Okay, so anyway, right? So now he's awake. He's talking, and I'm going in, and I'm like, hey, mommy died. This is what he says to me. No. Just like this. No. She died. Dana, where's your mother? No, she didn't die. She didn't die. No. I said, what do you remember? He goes, mind you, before I walked in, he was talking to the previous doctor, up straight like this. Yeah, I feel good and I feel a little bit better. There's still a little bit of pain here and there. Big, bold voice. And when I tell mommy that, I said, what do you remember? He goes, oh, we went for a walk. And then I remember we both went back in the house. Okay. So I go back outside to the nurse. I will not disclose her name because she gave me the first red flag. She said, girl, I said, what happened? She's like, I could lose my job for this, but I'm going to tell you. And I said, what happened? And I started to get goosebumps. Mind you, my mother's only been dead for 24 hours that I'm aware of. She goes, listen to me. The cop came in and told this man that your mother was dead. Okay? When the cop came and told this man that your mom died, he didn't have no emotion. He was just like, okay. I was like, and she was like, he's fully aware. He didn't lose no memory. He's with it. He's fully there. He was fully aware. Everybody came in and kept saying my condolences. And he's like, oh, thank you. Oh, thank you. And then with you, he's, oh. And she's like, that's why I wanted you to go in to see what he was going to say. And I said, oh, my God. But, stupid me, my brain was in shock. So I could not process what was happening. I was just like, my mother's dead. I have her laptop. I have her glasses because I'm thinking she's in the hospital somewhere with him and she's okay. Bitch, no. She did. And now you got this nurse pulling me to the side. About to risk her job for telling me this info.